Yo guys, what's going on? Happy Wednesday night. Thank you guys for being here this evening or whenever you happen to catch this demonstration, but I appreciate you catching the demonstration is what I'm trying to say. So what's up, you guys? Like I said, man, I hope everybody is doing well and happy Wednesday, man. So what's shaking, you guys? Everybody off to, let's see, what time is it? 10:01. Class has started. It's the 19th. I think it's February outside still. I can tell you what, in the Motor City, man, it's like more like the Snow City. It is like for a reason out here, man. But I hope you guys are staying warm and staying happy wherever. Hey, Robert. What's up, everybody? Good to see everybody. I thank everybody for being here too, man. And being that it's like, well, I guess I can. Being that I'm saying what's up. Oh, I should have done my hair. All right, hold on. Let me do my hair. There we go. I didn't know I was having guests. So, what's up, everybody? It's cold as hell in Michigan. It's like feels like negative 50 below zero or something, and like 10 feet of snow. I might be exaggerating, but that's what it feels like. All right. 8 inches of snow in Arkansas, Michigan. Where is that one? Man, you guys, so what's up? So tonight, I haven't left, seriously. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but like, I haven't left my office, like, in days. I feel like I was joking. I was saying, I was telling my wife today, I sit on a drum throne, and it's like loose. So here, we gotta get comfortable. I hear it squeaking. So tighten up your drum throne before you clean your cards. It's a good card carrier chair if you guys don't have a drum throne because there's no like elbows or anything like that. But yeah, you guys. Hey, everybody, thanks for being here tonight, man. I totally appreciate it. Yeah, Boston weather, man. That's you. Ouch. Yeah, 23 in New York. Whew, I know, man. It's freaking cold. I'll tell you what it is right here. It is 12 degrees in Michigan. Well, I don't have to show you my watch, but that's what Apple says, 12 degrees. But I've been working on card stuff like crazy. And last week's cards were a big hit, you guys. The Wilt Chamberlain, got a lot of feedback on that. People liked that. And then what was the other one we did last week? Remember this one? The one that was covered in gum and all that crap. That was a cool one. Oh yeah, the Josh Allen. I'll show you guys some videos too. I got some Pokemon cards tonight. I'm going to do, let's see, what counts as vintage? See, I grabbed this because it's super bent up, and I get requests from Pokemon collectors that are players. So, like, it's fun with my line of work. I get a lot of people that like to buy cards and like keep them forever, or buy cards and sell them, or buy cards and like display them or whatever, or just whatever, you know what I mean? But like something that I don't know if you guys can relate to this. And you guys, the reason I always look over is because I got my monitor up over here and it's working tonight so I can read. And what's up to everybody? And but my point is, I get Pokemon collectors, and you'll see this better, you guys. We're gonna work on it tonight, but it's really beat up. It's got a lot of missing paint and stuff like that. And sometimes I like shied away from stuff like this because it's just missing paint. And I thought to myself, I don't know. In my head, I thought it was like Pokemon must look pristine. But I had players hit me up and say, "Man, I've played, like, I retire cards or I'll stop using a card, and and I'm proud of all the patina on it, but I want to get like the Pokemold off it, and I want to get the card, the wrinkles out of it. And I want to get it flat, and I'm going to put it just like it's my retired memory card or whatever." And at first, when I heard that a few times, I didn't really. I don't know. It was just new. I never really heard it. But I had more and more Pokemon and TCG collectors say, "Hey, you'll get like the old baseball cards that are all beat up, and then you don't improve them to like where they're all crispy and fresh and brand new again, but you make them look better. Get some old Pokemon stuff that's beat up, that's been game used, not pack fresh pulls that go into like PSA companies or whatever. Like this, we want to see some cards that have been played, cleaned up. And I was like, I respect that. That's cool. Because I never played Pokemon. But like now when I see the ones that are played and gamed on, like growing up here, like we played in my house growing up, and even with my buddies that are watching, Matt, if you're on here, and my mom and my brother and stuff like that. We didn't have cable TV growing up. People might even not even know what cable TV is, because now TV's like internet TV. But like growing up in the country, we didn't even have TV shows, so we played cards. So I remember we'd play card decks down, playing euchre and playing poker every night, because there was nothing else to watch. So we played the hell out of cards. You know what I mean? So I do like played on cards. So we'll work on this. Let's just work on this one right away, you guys. So let me show you what we're doing. So we'll jump into Pokemon first. Is that cool? And even if you don't even like, even if Pokemon's not even like your main collection, who cares? We'll show you how to clean them up, you know, because who knows? What if your friends like Pokemon? What if your kids like them? Or what if you just, you know, evolve in your collecting and you're like, hey, I want to get some new stuff, you know? You know, dude, you know, I see a Buckeye talking about euchre, Michigan, Ohio people. Like my buddies from the West Coast and like, even the East Coast, I think, more. It's like a version of spades. So if anybody knows how to play spades, but we played that all the time. Like when you grow up in the country and your entertainment options are limited, and it's the 90s, you know, that's how I learned how to work on cards real well, card care, because there wasn't always a whole lot to do, you know, so you had to stay busy. But let me turn it around, you guys. We'll get going. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I'm so happy that you're here. All right, so let's get rolling. Okay, so I want to show you guys what we're going to do tonight. I got a funny story behind some of these cards, too. Can you guys see, like, the dents? I want to show, we're going to do paper card. So paper card, think Score or even today's paper cards, Don Russ and stuff like that. But this had a lot of, like, indents in it. So I get those, so we're going to do that. Yo, Brett, what's up, man? What's up to everybody, man? Hope everybody's doing great. And so we got a dented card. And I'll tell you a funny story. I got this in Philadelphia, and I found it today, and it made me laugh because I remembered this story. So I'll tell you that. It was a card show freebie from a Philly vendor. And then I'll tell you what. I got a tip from one of my customers, man, from you guys. It's cool to be able to make a product and like to use it, but then people show you better ways to use something you made. Like, how sweet is that? So like, I'm going to show you guys this. Like in the past, I would likely say that's undoable. It's like too permanent, but we're going to try to work that out. And then you guys, like, to my Pokemon friends, look at the corners. Every single day I get this picture of those corners, and I had to see it in person. And you're right, you guys. You're right that these crispy cut cards are. Oh, here's a trick. I did that one already. So look at. Okay, here's a before and after. So look, there's a before, there's an after. But I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. So I left 3 of them poorly. I had to practice, man. I had to make sure I know what I was doing. But I can show you guys how to do that. Okay, so we'll do that. So there's that. All right, so let's get rolling, you guys. And naturally, man, you guys, I'll always try to answer as many questions as I can. And if I'm just like looking down or talking, I probably can't like see you or hear you. But if I miss you or anything like that, make sure you message me. I'm responsive, and as a business owner and as a leader of card care, you know, education and a movement like this, it's very important to me that I stay close to my customers and to my collecting friends, you guys. So like, if you ever have questions, I don't just come on here to make you say wow and cool and disappear, man. I work for you guys. So if you have questions or need help, you just let me know. Okay. So let's start with this. So here's what I want to show you guys. So like, I won't repeat the story, but I figured let's do a Pokemon card that's beat up like I would consider like old vintage baseball cards get beat up. So like, you guys can see the hefty wrinkle, right? That's usually pretty difficult in a Pokemon card, but I'm feeling better about stuff like that. And then there's a big crease going down the middle. And then there's I can at least help you guys, teach you some stuff too on this. Yo, Paul, what's up, man? Good to see you too. But like, so to all my Pokemon friends, if you're new to card care and you're like, hey, what can I do? I'll show you that, and I'll show you stuff you can't do. So like, there's stuff you can and can't do in this frame. Stuff you can do, most likely, are like, we'll get this off. I see like dirt or just stuff. I see these spots. You guys will see these Pokeball, or like you see the moldy, like, you look at a card from here and you're like, yeah, it looks pretty good, man. All right, I'll take it. But then if you want to start grading cards or whatever, you got to look at it like that. So you see all the moldy spots on it? Like that will, if you ever send in a card for grading that looks good from here, and then you get a 5 back in the mail, and you're like, what the hell? It's because you got to look at it like this, man. Or with grading standards getting even tighter and tighter, you got to look at it like this now. I think that's how you got to look at it now. But for tonight's show, we're just going to look at it like that. Okay, but so nothing you can do with the whiteness. It's just white. It's gone. The blue is gone. When you guys have cracked paint, nothing you can do with that. Sadly, that's gone. But tonight I want to focus on showing you guys like some of this like little. There are so many Pokemon cards that are just dirty. This is just a beat example, you know what I mean? But we'll work on some of these like little spots. We'll finish this card. We'll put it in a card sandwich and put some spray on it and see if we can get these dents out of here too. And I would like to see, just for like a personal kind of feeling, just so I know it, I'd like to see, if you guys can see it, let me get another light on here. There's a lot of, if you look at the word horn attack, like, see that? I'm bending it because I don't care if I bend it more, but I'm trying to get these like little light wrinkles like that. There's like a path of light wrinkles. All right, so that's what I'm seeing, all right? Now, another thing, you guys, if it's like a little challenging to like see this type of stuff, I won't spend a lot of time on this, but this is just good stuff for gaming cards because they are made to be played, and when you get played ones like this, there's still room for improvements, but sometimes you just got to look for them. So let's just like pick out something small together, you guys, because we could be working on this one all night. But there's like our wrinkles, so let me show you. You can see the wrinkles, so we'll work on those tonight. That's what I was trying to show you, those wrinkles. And then, like, let's just do, if you guys are cool with this, like the Pokeball. Like, this is one thing you got to look at close with these cards. A lot of like little, I just took the word from the Pokemon collectors that always said it to me. They always called it Pokemold. And it makes sense to me. I mean, it's just like, it's a weird kind of, it's like little dots all over the place. So usually for that, you guys, it's a pretty easy move, and we'll use some card spray on that. And let me just grab a circular plate. I'm going to use this plate, you guys, tonight for a few things, but we're going to start with it just to kind of like my palette. Like instead of putting paint on there, I'll put my card spray on there. And so for right now, we'll just go over like, try to get these spots off the there's a good spot. There's a chunk of something. And let's just see if it's on the surface. That's why light is cool. You guys see how it's a different texture? So it looks like it's on the surface. It doesn't look like it's a hole in the card. So we'll just try to clean those up, all right? And I'll give you the basics on that. And I don't use like excessive force or anything like that here. Guys that are watching, I just do tight little circles. Just do tight little circles like that. And the reason you guys see, I want to try to get some of these wrinkles out, but I want to clean this card before we get the wrinkles out because I don't want to like do if you guys are familiar, you will be soon. I'm going to do a card sandwich with this card, and I don't want to hold all this grime and dirt on it. Now, if we miss a little piece, that's fine. It's going to be held with some moisture for a bit. But like, look how nice all this. Do you see how dirty this thing is, you guys? That's just from a quick, wipe down of the back. And then we're going to do the same thing to the front. Okay, but like, see how it's simple, guys. But like, now you don't got those little balls on there, or the little mold spots. And card spray takes care of it. It's easy to use. And then, yeah, and it's good. And it's good. I like the message there that said, learning not to have a heavy hand. You're right, you guys. You have to, and it's just through practice. Like, this card is not a valuable card, like in money wise, but like it's valuable for testing like this because you're going to run into good ones that are messed up too, and you got to know how to take care of them. And same thing with this front, you guys. And the reason I'm getting it, look at that. Just simple wipe down. Yeah, thank you, Michelle, for saying that. I just read something. I'm a customer service freak, you guys. So I saw that, hey, Gary, good to see you too, Gary. Sending my love, buddy. But then I saw somebody wrote, just placed my order through your website. For some reason, the TikTok never shipped. You guys, I have a TikTok page, but I don't manage it, and I don't have anything for sale on there, so it might have been somebody else. So I'm sorry. And if there's anybody ever, like, if you ever buy off a third party that says it's my stuff and you don't get it, please let me know. I would hate for you to ever have to deal with that. But I know, you guys, this one's beat, but now just look at I know it's beat, but look at the yellow around it now. It's just, again, this was a game used card for, it was played. Now what we're going to do next is I want to try to get these wrinkles out of the card. And I think we can do it, guys. So like, then you get the moldy spots off the back. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to have to ask you guys to watch another video here, probably in a day or two. But what you're going to have to watch is the recap, because what I want to do now that I got like the crap off the card, the mold and stuff like that, I just for the heck of it, like I said, I wanted to see if we can get wrinkles, and that's pretty severe up there. But here's the method that I've been using, guys, and it works awesome. I just use, this is our little bit of card spray. I'll just do like 3 little puffs like that. And I'll put a plate behind it. Put the card right on there. And I'm going to do the same thing for another mat back here. We'll just do 3. I just want to hold it like that. And I'm just going to use the black mats on this because here's what I want to do. Let me turn this around here. All right. Hey guys, if you just jumped in, thanks for joining. I appreciate you watching, and happy Wednesday to you. So let me grab some clips here. So I'm going to hold this, you guys, just like this, okay? Just that 3 little puffs of card spray on each pad. So here's the visual. Like with card care, you want to think 3 steps ahead. What you're doing next and next. So like right now, what we're doing is adding a little bit of moisture. All right, and a little bit of moisture via card spray on the pads, and then what's going to happen is that moisture is going to slowly dampen the card, but not going to soak it. You can't soak a Pokemon card because it will mess up the surface. And I know this card is like jacked, you know what I mean? But like, the point is, I don't want it to get worse. I want to make it look good. I want to at least get those wrinkles out of it. So the thing is, light moisture, hold it. This one cycle will be done when I open this up and the pads are dry and the card is dry. Then I can assess it and look at it and say, all right, does it need anything else? Or is it like, or do you think I got room for improvement more? And if it's improving, do another cycle. 3 little mists, hold it. Now, this is a older Pokemon card. As you guys might have noticed when I was just even cleaning it, it started to curve a little bit. So this card takes in moisture. I bet you most of the protective surface is off this card. So it takes in moisture quickly. So that means I think we're going to get a pretty good result. So it's going to look really good in regards to the issues that we're going after, all right? So all I could do on this one is clean it, and we're going to get some wrinkles out of it. But you know what? I like 1% improvement. So like if we get a 10% improvement here, win. You know what I mean? And it was fun to do with you guys. I like doing this. You know what I mean? So we'll have to check. We'll put this one down, and we're going to do another card. I got 3 more for you tonight. Okay, so hang out. And let's see, we got this one. I want to do the Derek Jeter card with you guys next. All right, so I got a rookie Jeter scorecard. I got it in Philly, and I'll tell you something. All right, I'll tell you something funny. All right, so let me put this down. Oh, Logan joined the party. You guys want to see my buddies? All right, so here's one. There's Logan. All right, buddy, you here to join the party? So here's Logan, you guys, and here's Coco. Coco, you say hi. So, I'm always hanging out with my dogs. You know what I mean? So, no, you didn't miss the sticker. You didn't. Let me read. Let me do something real quick, you guys. I had to press a button on my phone to make sure I don't get any interruptions. All right, so let me look, guys, if you don't mind real quick, I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to jump on the Derek Jeter card, and I'm going to show you a practice here, and I'm going to share a couple things with you on this, all right? And let me just read a couple questions, guys, if you don't mind. Oh, dude, that's a good story. So Gerald said, got a kaboom recently, or downtown recently. Looked like it had marks on the back. Got it at a good rate. Polish worked out. It's a good thing to mention, Gerald, because the downtown cards this year, you guys, 24s, all the years you can clean. You can like use card spray or card polish on those cards, and we'll do some of that, all that stuff here tonight. But when it comes to this year's downtown, they had a lot of weird hazy marks on them, you guys. So use the card spray, will get it off. And usually card spray will remove stuff quickly. One of our buddies, if he's watching, I can't remember, but I posted it on my wall the other day. And I always try to pass on good information when you guys share this information with me. But like, he was able to get it all the way off. But he said he spent damn near an hour getting these hazy marks off. So if you guys got downtowns with some hazy stuff on them, if anything else, you guys, another thing, just remember this. If you guys buy brand new packs of cards or boxes of cards and you pull out an awesome card, don't, sometimes, you if you buy an older card, if you get something like this, you got to fix it yourself. But if you pull a premium card, you guys, out of a pack and it's factory damaged, like totally jacked up, take a picture and send it right to the manufacturer. You guys would be surprised. The manufacturers are pretty good about making replacements when they can. So just know that's an option, because I had a guy send me a picture of like it was a super, super expensive card. It was like a gold like rookie. And it was all jacked up on the back. It was a football card. And it was, I can't remember. It was, anyways, it was a super expensive card. And he was about to soak it. And I said, well, you can, but like, before having to take matters into your own hands, it should just be made right. Panini took his ticket right away, and he got a nice new card, and it was like less than maybe 3.5 month turnaround. So they had to wait. We had to wait a short amount of time, but you never know. You usually only hear the bad stories about like companies. People love to tell you the dirt. So I know Panini's made a lot of blunders with production in the past, but usually their customer service is decent, and Topps is too. So I would just remember, guys, if you're buying these expensive boxes and you're finding stuff with huge ass like scratches and dents and like permanent crap on it, make sure you reach out to the manufacturer, because you did your job as a customer. I mean, you paid the super duper inflated retail price. You should be able to have like a voice, you know what I mean? So let's get on to this Jeter, and I'll tell you something funny about it. So I always, look for project cards when I go to card shows or whatever. And this card was cool to me because it was one of my cards I had when I was a kid. Like, I just always liked this one. And it's not an expensive card. So anyways, I was going through, I don't know, just digging through the cheapy bin. I was looking for music cards. This guy had music cards. And I remember, and then he had this. And I said, oh man, this one's cool for me. He's like, and And then the guy sat there and he was telling me about, how much he loves Philadelphia, and he hates the Yankees, and he said, and he was sitting there giving me an earful about how much he hates the Yankees. And then I said, well, how much for this card? I figure it's like a couple $1 card. He's like, you can just have it. He's like, I don't even want to look at that card. He was such a Philly lover that he didn't even want the Yankee card in his collection. And I said, well, hey, I do projects with cards and I'll feature it on a video someday. And that day is today. And it just, I wanted to show you guys a paper card rehab like this because I get questions like, hey, Kurt, should I soak this card? Should I soak this card? And the answer is no. I wouldn't soak it because I don't think you have to. I think that you can, I think that we could do just a treat when you guys run into a paper card. Now, remember, it has a paper finish on the back. And then it has a shiny front. No one likes us. We don't care. Hey, I like Derek Jeter. I don't have anything personal against the Yankees, but this Philly guy was like, I'm sure if I was wearing a Phillies hat or an Eagles hat at a NYC suburb show, they'd be like, who's this guy, right? It's cool. I love that competitiveness. But he wouldn't, after he got all worked up, me asking him about the price of his dinged up card, and he's like, you just take it. I don't even want it. I don't like the Yankees. He kept on telling me. I was like, okay, well, see you later. Thanks. It's the Phillies slogan. I hate the Yankees. Yeah, it's so funny. So you guys, when you run into this, don't soak it. Just use a little bit of card spray. So let me show you. This one's an easy one, I think, because it just looks like it has a bunch of imprints all over it. So don't soak it, but I'll just show you an easy way to do that. Just like we did, like we finished off the last card. This one, I'm just going to go a little bit heavier. And we'll even open this up, you guys, at the end of the show. So we'll come back to it because stuff like this moves pretty quick, okay? Because I don't need to soak it. I just need to get it a little bit damp. So same thing, off camera here, I'm just going to go just like three, 4 little light puffs of card spray. And even though I'm going to hold this overnight, when we're in about even 15 minutes, you guys, from now, we can look at this one. And I bet you it will look cool, all right? So just do that. Keep it simple with your paper era cards. Now, this is from like the late 80s stuff, the upper deck cards, because if you get like a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie and you're like, do I soak it? No, I wouldn't, because that material can come back wonky. But if you just do a little bit of light mist of card spray, you should be fine. It usually is like the easiest thing to do. And I just wanted to do an easy one with you guys like that tonight, because sometimes I get myself into these projects that are like insane, but they don't have to be. That's it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one next to me, and we will look at that before we wrap up tonight. But we got Pokemon corners, and we got a sticker. We got to soak the sticker, okay? Hey, man, it's good to be seen, you guys. What's going on? And what I want to do, you guys, is I want to show you a couple things, if that's cool with you. So let me press my buttons over here. And you guys, I wanted to thank everybody for joining last week, the live show last week. It was a good one. And I just wanted to give you guys a recap because I don't know if everybody has the time to go watch. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around. I don't know if everybody has the time to go look at all my stuff during the week, but that's the one we started with last week. Let me find my button here. And you guys, that's what we did to it. If you guys watched last week, that was the Wilt Chamberlain. And remember, we soaked it and just in card spray. And I dried it, and that was it. Remember, the front had all those like weird like pimples all over it because that sugar, you guys, the sugar and the oil really wreaked havoc on that card, but not anymore. That's sweet. I just freaking love it. It's like Freddy Krueger to like back to real life. It's awesome. And then you guys, this one is a cool one too. We did this one last week. That's when I had like the thumbnail marks. The thumbnail marks are very common, and I just wanted to do a test to show everybody like what is doable, what's not, just so you can predict some stuff. So like that, it's still in there a bit, you guys. So thumbnail marks and fingernail marks are the hardest. And I just soaked it, so watch. And it's still in there a little bit. Now, if I would have spent maybe more time massaging the area and like doing some humidity treatments and maybe just doing a little bit more, I might have been able to get more. But that was just, I just wanted to show you guys what one card soak does. That was just one soak and dry with the card mats and the chamois. But it came out fantastic. Let me see. So here's a before, there's an after. How rad is that? Like, big line, big dent right there. That was great. That was the best method that I ever had. So there's all of them, you can't really see them, but the big line, those things. And that's what we did. That was it. And the whole video is posted, you guys. I got that available if you missed it. And then, can I show you something? So let's, we're going to do the Pokemon corners here in a second, but I'm going to have you stay tuned, okay? So you guys, you see that? Can't miss the big crease going across there, right? That's usually a very permanent issue, but I want to show you something. So I told you earlier in the show that I feel like I haven't been able to leave the lab in a while. I've been on fire with ideas and tests and trials and all this stuff. So what I wanted to show you guys is, we're going to do a quick before and after, because I got it right here. And then we're going to do some Pokemon corners, and then we're going to soak an 89 Jordan sticker with some wrinkles and see what we can do. All right, so let me show you the after. And so, let me just make sure I got the right card, because I got a couple I'm working with. Oh yeah, that's the right one. All right, so check this out, you guys. So this project right here, gnarly crease. And I said, let's soak the card and find out if we can do a sticker. And I'm going to show you the results. So let's take a look at the results. So let's take a look down there. And you guys can still see the little crease running across a little bit, because that crease cracked the paint a little bit on this card, you guys. So the crease cracked the paint, but I was able to soak this card and get that mountain out of there. So like, it gave me a lot of hope. So you see, that's where we started. And then this is where I was able to get it to. Now, not a perfect recovery, but think about the possibilities. This card, I never soaked stickers before, but look at this thing. Now, this injury was too severe to get to go away invisibly, because it has cracks and missing paint, but it dried remarkably well. And I know something wild, you guys. This card is like dry as a bone. I did this today at like 3 o'clock. I changed the chamois. I changed the chamois like 5 times today, because it just kept pulling out the moisture. It's dry. And you know what? I'll tell you this, you guys, because talk about serving up the proper question. Somebody wrote, why doesn't the sticker fall apart when soaked? Well, I can tell you this, it doesn't. And one of my buddies, so I think that, I don't even know, you guys. I could try it, I guess, but I don't even know how hard it is to peel one of these stickers off this many years later. I don't mind trying. Oh, okay, still can. Maybe. But who cares? This is a test card. I don't even know if I could peel the sticker off, to tell you the truth, Adam. But the point is, you can soak them, and look how nice the freaking surface is. So like, that's why I was like, you know what? I got some other stickers that don't have as bad as creases. Well, I mean, that crease sucks, but let's give it a shot, so you guys can do it, Yeah, Scotty, I mean, I could give you a lot of advice, and I won't do it here because it's just too much advice, but, like, you can totally do it. All you really need is, like, 4 or 5 customers that are collectors, man, and they'll keep you busy. If you're good at card care, you can develop good relationships with your customers, and, like, the biggest thing is communication. You can't be a salesman. You got to be like a card care professional, I'd say, and just like let people know what you can do, what you can't do. You got to shoot people straight because they'll trust you, and I would highly suggest, like, if you guys want to clean cards for friends or as a business, document everything you do, just like an artist or a tattoo artist would show you all their previous work, like treat it professional and don't be afraid to tell people that's not going to work or I can't do it. And just the only thing is, man, you want the right customers. You can't have customers that are trying to fly the plane, you know what I mean, and telling you everything's going to be a 10. And I've never, everything's going to be a 10, man, and I need this to be a 10, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be disappointed in you, because the thing is, I can clean cards all day long and say, hey, look, I got a big old piece of junk off and I got to fix a corner and fix an edge. I don't know if a person's going to grade it so much more or so much less. I don't know, because people always want to tie card care to grading, and I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to make your card look better. I mean, grading's cool and I dig it too. Like it serves a purpose, but I'm not a mind reader. I've got cards before you guys graded a 7 where I couldn't find one issue on it. So it's like, what the heck? I don't know. You know what I mean? So if you guys hire somebody ever in this group to clean your cards or work on your cards, if you send us stuff, or a person that does card care, and you get it back and it looks better, that's what we do. That's what card care people do. They make stuff like cleaner, nicer, look better. But, I couldn't tell you what somebody decides to grade it that day. Hopefully higher, but I mean, if you add it all up, it's usually higher than lower. I can tell you that. That's kind of what keeps you going. But let's get moving, you guys. And I want to show you guys a Pokemon corner, and then we're going to do the Michael Jordan. And then I'll let you guys find some more fun stuff to do. Don't let me forget. I want to... can I show you guys one more thing? Sorry. Well, I can't say sorry. You guys came here. Yes, you're going to see one more thing. I want to show you something else. And then we'll do some more fun stuff. But pictures are decent, right? So check this out. I had another project to show you. And it's not that great yet, but look at it. I kept every one of my Garbage Pail Kids cards from when I was a little kid. So these were from 86. And with my recent tests, I was like, can I soak Garbage Pail Kids? Let's try it, So I want to show you guys something. The answer is yes. And so, Adam, another one. Garbage Pail Kids, dude. Like, watch this. Because I had my customers share this stuff with me, and it's like freaking blows me away how good they are at this stuff. Like, I had a couple guys show me some pictures of their dirty old Garbage Pail Kids, and I was like, oh, that's our Derek Jeter. We got to keep Derek Jeter closed up. But I have a bunch of them that are just all beat up and dinged up, and they just have a lot of sentimental value to me. So I think that I will be going through them and working on them. And let me show you guys something. I think I got it in here. So check this out. I soaked this Garbage Pail Kid today. I know you don't have it before, but it was gross. And look, it's flat. And I know it's not like a good looking card, you guys, but like those oil stains came out a little bit. But the point was you can do it, all right? So like if you were like, hey, if you got wax buildup on these, just use card polish. But if you got a filthy one, like I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to save this one for an upcoming demonstration. Like I love getting something like this and doing a before and after. So stay tuned. I wanted to do all these tonight. There just wasn't enough time. But I wanted to show you that I'm practicing. Because I tell you, the people that communicate with me too, I got a lot of people that love Garbage Pail Kids. And it just reminds me of my mom. And my mom's awesome. So she would stop and buy me these when I was a kid. You guys if any of you guys grew up with a freaking great mother, you know how it is. Like my mom, she would stop after work when I was a little kid and come home with a pack of Garbage Pail Kids for me every day. And, I think that was really a nudge that she was lighting a fire in me that she didn't even know, and turned out to be something that I just love and cherish and do. So that's a Garbage Pail Kid, you guys. But now let's get on with the Pokemon, all right? So I'm going to need card tool. And I need a straw. Hey Jeremy, what's up, buddy? I hope that you do a great job with your card submissions, man. The grading gets tighter and tighter, man. So like, you guys take a good look at all your cards. You know what I mean? Even if it's just simple stuff like working on the corners, it makes a big difference because, like, I just showed you guys some really beat up stuff, right? But like, you know, this card could even be cleaned if you guys want to see it clean. Yeah, I don't even know. I found this in my kids' binder today. They got a Pokemon binder, and I was going through it because I was like, hey, Patrick, I get pictures of, let me get some better light on here, you guys, of this issue all the time, that corner issue. We can all see it, right? But here's the thing. You could be like, yeah, it's simple, man. Just like put it down. Here's the key, you guys, if you guys don't collect Pokemon cards, you don't understand how sensitive this damn blue paint is, okay? So, like, if you just, like, for years, and even still do, I'm guilty a little bit, you know, I'll use the back of my fingernail, you know, or back of my thumbnail, but that's why I developed the card tool, because you don't want to be rubbing your hands, you know, on these, and that's the easiest way for sometimes to, like, remove a little bit of paint. So you guys, even though this thing is simple and not the most pretty thing in the world, this thing freaking rocks. So make sure you don't pass over it and just think that the card polish and the card spray are they're fun, but like this is where the technique part of it comes in, and you got to do it. So like, go get Pokemon people, go get these because you know you got these in your collection. Hard surface and penny sleeve. I'm looking for a penny sleeve, and I found a whole bunch of them. And everybody, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I just wanted to tell you guys, like, if you're a customer or just somebody here to watch, man, you're super welcome to be here, and just thanks for being here. And shout out to my customers and supporters. I couldn't do it without you guys, and thanks for just being interested in taking care of your cards of all things. It's a great group to be a part of, and I just can't thank you guys enough. All right, I'm trying to get a good light for you guys, okay? So here's what we'll do. Quick before and after. Remember that. And it's intimidating a little bit, man, because it's right on that sensitive freaking blue part, all right? And hey, guys, I appreciate the messages about people asking me about sending me stuff. You guys, I don't want you to send me anything. I want you to watch these demonstrations and add this to your repertoire and know how to do this. You collect cards, man, they aren't getting any cheaper. And I know whether you like to grade them, trade them, or just keep them forever, I know you like them in good condition. So just everything you guys I teach, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. So watch this. This is how easy this is. Most people would see a corner like that and be like, I ain't touching it. All right? So, no. You know, it's like, yeah, don't touch it yet. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a little bit soft here. So 1 second. I mean, this, and what you guys see here is a straw. It's my breath. I'm going to breathe. That's it. Now I'm going to create like a little moisture trap, a little humidity trap. Let's see. Is that better? All right, like that. Or let that hang out for a second. And remember, your finger, you guys, your finger's 100 degrees. Don't push it. Don't smash it, as you guys could look. That's a smashing finger, right? And just put a little warmth on there. A little warmth and humidity. Okay. I think I'm probably happy with that. So now, I'm just going to trace the perimeter with the card tool. It's almost like I'm pretending I'm painting the edges. Like if you're a dad out there and you ever painted your daughter's fingernails and you got to hold her finger real gentle and just kind of do the brush stroke down, it's just like painting a little kid's fingernail in the corner. All right, so now we're going to take a look. see if we need to go back in. So check this out, you guys. So that's the one we just worked on, okay? So I want to show you, you know, where we started. Like, so they all look like that, right? Not good, right? So then you just do that and you can get it all nice and flat. Isn't that cool? Pretty simple, right? We go from that, and then we go to that. So just remember, just paint. Be gentle. Because if you're heavy-handed, man, and you rake over those little, I even see a little bit more left. Let's do it a little bit more. But you guys get it, right? So if you just do, but if you come in there heavy and start trying to think you got to smash it down, that's when you guys remove the little paint. And you know, I do it real quick, you guys, because I'm conscious that there's people watching, and I almost want to be like, on to the next song, buddy. But let's just spend 5 minutes a corner, you guys. Just gently come out, start down, and then your tool will grab onto the card edge and just follow it. And like I said, you know, like if you're a dad out there and you ever painted your little girl's fingernails, just gentle brush strokes just towards the corner, and that will get that to lay down nicely, just like that. Look at, there we go. And you won't have any weird bumps like that up there. Okay? And then another last touch on this one, you guys, like just let me turn my light back on here. When you have a card that has, like, you know, you got a bunch of little I took this out of Jake, my boys are Jake and Dean. You got crap like this on a card, you can use card spray or card polish, but card polish is fun, you guys. I'll show you a quick one because it makes it nice and shiny again. Like, I know that probably trainer Brandon's not like a desirable one, but he did a good job for the corner demonstration. But we'll just we'll give him thanks and clean him up here a little bit. And guys, every time you open up your card polish, I want you to go all the way around it. You guys know when you send me a picture and you show me a card and I can see your card polish back there and I see like a hole dug into it, I get on you, don't I? I'm like, don't you be digging into that. Do this all the way around. I want you to use it one layer at a time. Yeah, there's some crusters on here. It's probably from my son, Dean. My son, Dean, eats M&Ms and popcorn like to stay alive. I try to feed him normal food. Trust me, I do. But it always boils down to more popcorn and more M&Ms. So I have a feeling we could have some popcorn or some M&Ms on here. But that's just easy, a quick, easy, guys, and you know you'll get that shine and stuff back in them. So that's just simple, but that was just the corner, okay? Last thing, you guys, if you guys can hang out with me for a few more minutes, let's do this Michael Jordan. I've been excited to work on this one. I had this for a long time, and I got a bunch of these, but I just never soaked one before. Hey, good question. Card breakers, open yours up. Always go over the entire top. You guys, if you haven't opened up your card polish in a while, you guys, and if you open it up and it has a dry top layer, smooth it out. And if yours is dry, keep on going, probably about, seriously, 15, 20 seconds, and you'll get it nice and smooth, all right? And you guys, it's important too, put the cap right back on when you're done. Keep it locked up, and it should last you to the bottom, all right? Let's see, like I always got a couple cans going, yeah. So yeah, just, this one's not cracked or anything like that, you guys, but just always do that. And it'll keep it. I want you to be able to use it to the bottom. So good question. All right, so we'll get the Pokemon corners. You guys good on the corners? Like I like that, and I think that's a good move. And it's like, oh, sorry, they got the wrong one, but looks good, right? And I get that question every day, so I hope that helps, because you don't want them to look like that. That we went from that to that. Cool? All right. So thank you to Trainer Brandon, and thank you to you guys for sending me that picture every day. I hope that technique is simple and easy, and you got it. So let's get on to the MJ here, you guys. Let's I want to bring in my soaking bin. And hey, Colton asks, is it possible to fix a crease on a Pokemon card? Colton, I'm trying my best actually right now. So if you we did one earlier in tonight's show. So if you'd like to rewatch this one, you can. But I'd like to also, if you guys haven't been, let me do this, you guys, because sometimes I get so stuck in cards, and I also want to give you guys like the best, places to go. So like, let's say this, you guys go to my website, okay? If you guys collect, like, let's see, TCG, right? So we'll click on the TCG tab. And then, you guys, I have right here, card care intro for TCG, and it's like a video of me. And I have no time for fluff, you guys. I just like, here's what you can do, here's what you can't do. And then when it comes to like the demos, I got some there, the do not limit, or the do not polish, all the stuff that, like, the things I want you to do and not do. So if you guys are brand new, jump onto this stuff, because, like, for example, I'm like, don't use card polish on these master balls, whatever they are. It's like some almost like powder coat finishing they put on these cards, and you can wipe them off. I don't want you to do that, so I try to stay ahead of all that stuff. So anytime you guys need like some tips, whether it's modern stuff, vintage stuff, or TCG stuff, go right there, you guys, because I always want to give you the best support I can, even if I'm not like right here to answer a question for you. And I'll always answer a question for you, but I mean, realistically, if you guys got a project going, you want to get going. You don't want to be like, oh yeah, Kurt's nice and he'll get back to me eventually. If you want to get going, you want to get going, so let's do this. So my buddy Robert made this for me, and Robert's the cardsmith, and a sweetheart of a guy and a good friend of mine. And so, Robert, we're going to use your bin here tonight, and I'm just going to use a little bit of card spray here, and you guys. And here's what we're going to do. It's not going to be a long time to do this process, because if it's like the David Robinson I did earlier, it smoothed out pretty quick, but we got to do some work to it afterwards, okay? So remember, there's our before, and we'll hold it in there. And happy Wednesday, you guys, and thanks for everybody that joined tonight or is on right now. I appreciate everybody's company, man, so thank you. These guys take in moisture quick. If you guys can see, it's pretty much already saturated, but here's what I'm looking at. I want you guys to see what I'm looking at. I'm watching these dents. And when those dents come out, or at least stay in here for just a moment, when those dents start to, you guys see how they're coming out? Isn't that cool? Watch this. We're going to do a little work under here. All right, and then while we're over here, I want to come over to this one. And you guys, I'm just touching the top of the ridge. And this is a dental scaler. It's kind of, it's a nod to my mother. It was a tool I used to use of hers all the time because my mom was a dental hygienist in her professional life. And I always liked using tools for like cards when I was a kid. And this was one of them. So you guys can see that the card was like starting to curl a little bit up. It's because it's getting wet. So what I want to do is let's just keep it there for a second. And I'm going to say cheers to my friends. Got a blue Monster for the cheers tonight. Nothing like drinking a Monster at 11 o'clock at night, but got to do what you got to do, right? One second, you guys. I'm going to answer your questions here in just one moment. Yeah, it's funny. Mark said, do you use those on your gums too? Yeah, I absolutely do. My mom would always be working on my smile, man. She was always like, but I appreciate that. She always taught me to take care of my teeth. And I always have. I'm crazy about going to the dentist and staying on top of that stuff. When I was a kid, I had I had a terrible teeth when I was a little kid, and I had to, like, they were cracked and horrible. I remember getting a thing called an abscess. Oh, I had to go get a tooth pulled, a baby tooth pulled. So when all these grew in, I was like, dude, I'm taking care of these things. You know what I mean? That's funny, Mark. Your wife's your hygienist. Yeah, man. Like, I always got a handful of these things. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm crazy about that. Like, that's another weird fact about me, flossing. Man, I'm a crazy flosser. You know what I mean? But no, this is for my cards. So this one doesn't. This one's not for steak. You know what I mean? I don't even mean. I say venison. That's another thing about our family. Always got the free. Pretty much all the meat we eat here is venison. So that's another thing. Big hunters. So if you guys are hunters, man, or ice fishermen. I mean, I've been out ice fishing most days here, but it's been so cold lately that I've been chilling and just being inside doing card stuff. You know what I mean? So, all right. So let's take this Jordan out, you guys. I think it's soaked long enough. Let me flip this thing around here, and you'll see, you guys, it's much faster than the other method of, like when you have to when you're soaking a card to remove a wrinkle, it's way faster on something like this than when trying to soak a card for like a vintage card, getting a bunch of dirt out of it. You know what I mean? Because like when you're soaking a vintage card to get a bunch of dirt out of it, it takes a while. So this, I just needed to get soft, and get into the right place. I got Nico asked me a question. Hey Kurt, got a Kobe Bryant rookie EX 2000 with light scratches on the front. I would bet no, Nico. Unfortunately, the EX 2000 is such a shiny plastic surface. Now, if you can, I would absolutely try, but like scratches into a plastic coat, like you guys, my stuff that I make, it's a non-abrasive, so I don't put any like a Meguiar's polish or like a Scratch X will have like aluminum in it, so like you're sanding down the surface of a card. Be careful with that stuff, and I wouldn't suggest using it because finishes on a basketball card are very thin, so you can dig through it. So like I would just say, because I'm not saying you said that, but if like it's a common thing where people will be like, hey, if I got scratches on a card, I'm going to try some like Meguiar's. Don't do that on something like that, man, because you could mess it up. But if my stuff's safe, you can put it on as many of applications as you want. It might help reduce the noise of the scratch, because scratches are different depths, so it might just make it look a little bit better. But just be careful with it because those finishes are awesome, but they're scratch magnets. You know what I mean? They're super easy to scratch. Let me just grab a couple pads and plates and all my stuff over here, guys, and then we'll do the final steps here on the MJ. And I'll have to show you the MJ tomorrow. But while we're here tonight, we'll look at the Derek Jeter rookie that we worked on tonight too. So here's what you're with me, guys, on one of the early experiment rounds that I'm having with soaking Fleer stickers, because I never even thought about it. Honestly, I know it sounds like you never thought about it. Like, maybe I thought about it, but I never really seen too many. I guess I just never considered it too much until one of our customers sent me some pictures saying, hey, I really like using your products, and I wanted to thank you and let you know that my stickers come out great. And I was like, what'd you do to them? And they're like, I soak them in your card spray. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, isn't that what it's for? And I'm like, well, if it worked out great, yeah, that's exactly what it's for. But like, seriously, I was like, yeah, man. I'm like, have you, and he was showing me like Michael Jordan's. And I said, have you done that before? He's like, oh yeah, man. Yeah. Just like you told me, test on base cards. And that's what I love. I love Fleer sticker cards. And I was so impressed, and so I'm like, I got some sticker cards that are wrinkled, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it a shot. So I figured you guys would get a kick out of it. I know that Fleer stickers are awesome. So I'm just doing my best here, guys, to get it dry, just enough, and then we're going to go to work on it a little bit. So here's what I learned from doing the David Robinson sticker earlier. We got the bumps are still in there. So now is a good time to massage them. So this is what I did earlier, and we'll see if I can replicate it and make it look good. So we'll zoom out a little bit. So I got a sheet. This is made out of the same stuff that a penny sleeve is made out of, but it's a big one. It's a photograph sleeve. It's a 4x6. So now, guys, card tool again. Remember, I said get good with this thing, because it's like sometimes, like with a job like this, you just got to get smaller. You know what I mean? Like we'll use maybe a couple tools here, but I'm going to use just the bottom edge of that thing, and I'm just going to go right over this ridge and just put it right back in place. That's my plan. And then I'm just going to kind of move over this thing a few times and try to get it into its original position, because it didn't come with a wrinkle in it, and if I can just walk it back into its spot, we'll be good. Okay, so let me show you what I did here. I think that's good enough to put it between the, I'm gonna work on that area real quick. I'm gonna get it smooth enough and then put it between the pads. And then I think that they can take care of the rest. Okay, that's good there. I'm gonna do the same thing down here. I'm sorry, you guys, that my hand's in the way. Let me switch. And I'm just using the side of the tubing on the card tool, just to, it's a light pressure, because I don't want to dig into the card while it's wet, but I don't want to have any friction, you guys. That's why I have this right here, okay? Ooh, that side worked really well. I'm going to come back to this one. This is really fun. Thank you guys for watching. I like doing tests and freestyling with you guys here. I always like making my videos, but I'm just like, I got to edit them and tighten them up. So like, if you guys like those, cool. Thanks for watching. But like, if you guys just want to come and just have the kind of the unedited, uncut version where we can just kind of do it all together like this, I like it a lot. So thank you guys for being a part of it. This is going really well, you guys. I'm going to show you. Hold on. I'm putting the card tool perpendicular. Like say this is the card surface. Now I'm putting it flat on it, and I'm doing the whole top of it. That's a really good technique, because it's kind of like massages it a few ways. Look at this. Remember that dent that used to be there? That one's still tricky, so we're not out of the woods yet, but this is good, you guys. All right, I'm happy with it. So now, we're gonna do a couple things. So I'm not gonna mess with this for, it's 11 my time, you guys. I'm done for the night. So what I'm gonna do is use my chamois. We're gonna use a plate, chamois, and I want a nice, now remember guys, the back of these cards are paper, so they have a little bit of a texture to them. And that little soft, my chamois are nice and soft. And if you guys, I tell you what, I'm glad I offered this, you guys. It's been a hit. I've been offering these accessory packs now on the website, because even though I show everybody, hey, I get this on Amazon, I know that not everybody wants to buy it all in bulk and cut it down and all that stuff. So I'm like, if you guys want, I'll make some pre-made ones for you. So I make these now, like basically this, like the clips, the pads, the plates, card tool, and I got it on the site, you guys, if you need it, because I know that a lot of the stuff I teach, I use these tools. So look at, we're going to put a mat on top, and it's going to stay nice and flat because it's got a nice flat surface. And the reason that the chamois on the back, you guys, is because the front is the vinyl sticker. The back is paper. We're going to put that paper back on the chamois. The chamois is going to suck all that moisture out of it, flatten that card out, and it's going to look like $1,000,000. But we're going to have to wait till tomorrow, and this one will be done tomorrow. You guys will get a follow-up on this card tomorrow. And before we say goodnight, let's look at the Derek Jeter real quick, because I might want to put some more card spray on it. And let me just clip this up, my friends. And thank you guys for everybody's patience tonight and time and everything like that. I know when I pick out, sometimes in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to do 2 cards. And then it's like, I get 2 and I'm like, no, I got to do more. I got company coming over tonight. I want to make them feel welcome, So thank you guys for always hanging with me. But I hope I can teach you something cool too, something fun. Because I saw somebody write to me, hey, Kurt, what's the biggest score improvement you ever had? You guys, again, I like grading, but I never got it. I worked on my cards and cleaned my cards before like grading companies were even like a thing, man. So like I just want you to know for me, guys, I didn't get into this because of a grading service or make it better. I got into it because I love projects and I like impressing myself, frankly. I'm a busybody. I'm a fidget. I like touching stuff and doing stuff. I must see results. That's one of the big reasons that I have like a room full of instruments, because I'll never be the best. It's something I'm always a student of. So like my point is, the biggest improvements, some of them could never be measured by a grading service. It was just like an experience, or the first time ever cleaning up like a Babe Ruth card, or the first time ever like soaking a 1952 Mickey Mantle card. Like, talk about like, wow, and like, holy crap, like this stuff that I make and do is used on the most amazing stuff in the hobby. That would be like the biggest wins for me. I like seeing people's scores, because I love when guys will show me cards and say, hey man, this was like beat up or dinged up and I cleaned it up, and we're hurting for money, and I was able to like clean these cards up and get them graded nicely, and it really came through in a clutch time. My family's struggling. Like, I love stuff like that more than really the personal stuff. I like the process more than I like the grading side of things. But like, I would say just to give you I like getting cards that are called altered and like fixing them and getting them a grade. You know what I mean? I like that. I've worked on cards that have sold for $1 million or more, and the money part doesn't even really turn me on. It doesn't. It's like, it's cool. You know what I mean? But like, I find cool stuff and cool experiences cooler than money. Like, if you get to do something fun that you love and it's awesome and it's rad and you feel good about yourself and then you get paid for it, like, that's cool. Like, money as a result is cool, but I give all of you a lot of credit for the guys out here that are the hardworking buyers and sellers and hustlers, like the stockroom floor of the card industry. You guys are awesome, and you guys are crazy hard fucking workers, or freaking workers. Sorry for my language, but I don't judge how anybody hobbies. You know what I mean? But for me, it's always just been doing this stuff, getting to share it with you guys, getting to have people watch this live and talk to me and order from my company and stuff like that. It's a pretty special feeling, man. All of it makes me feel good. All right, you guys. So check this out. That light amount of card spray. Seriously, I don't even feel it anymore. Like, it's already went into the card, and it's not all the way fixed. But look at that, my friends. You see how it's lifting that stuff out? If you guys are like, dude, there's a bunch of lines in there. Yeah, you should have seen it at 25 minutes ago. It was double the depth. Let's do it. Let's do another round before bedtime. And I just read a good statement. Let's. That's a crazy good point. Somebody wrote, I'm nervous to do it on a $100 card. Yeah, you know what? Don't start on a $100 card. I'm no fool. I wouldn't let a $100 bill blow by my feet. $100 is $100. So every single card you work on, almost every single card you work on, has a base card or players that didn't work out that you guys can buy. Like even like things, you guys, I'll show, if you guys want to see some stuff sometimes, like I'll show you something. Like, watch this. This right here, you guys, base cards of every year, base cards of every year, base cards of every year. Then I have stuff sorted in here by gum damage, water damage, all of my scenarios. So like when I come pick out a Wednesday Night Live show, I have it all organized. Like, watch this. Like, I'll show you guys something else cool. We could come over here and be like, all right, what do we want to dip into tonight? We want to get into the graded pile, this pile, the vintage pile, modern era stuff, TCG stuff. Like, have all of, get organized, basically. You know, because, like, I can show you guys all kinds of best practices and videos and all that stuff, but be careful. Don't be, like, binge watching my stuff and getting paralysis analysis or whatever, because that would suck, you know. I can show you all this stuff. Then you just got to, like, take it and do it. I'll tell you guys like this. Let me look over at the screen real quick if you guys don't mind. Let me see if I missed anything. So yeah, what I was going to say is just you guys, if you're brand new to this and you like watching it, just jump in. Just jump in. Everything we did tonight, right? You guys, like, we just literally, for this Derek Jeter card, I did like 4 sprays of this on 2 pieces of plastic foam and put a clip on it. It's all good. If this was super the thing is, you guys, and I answer 300 messages probably plus a day, and I'm blessed for that. I appreciate it. But the thing is, when it comes time to like do this type of stuff, I wanted to make something that's easy for you guys to do. So don't talk yourself out of it. Just believe in yourself that much more. Buy some cheap cards. And you know what? Like, even if you say, how many guys on here have like gone on a diet or tried to like get bigger muscles or all that stuff? Shit like that takes forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting good at card care, I could turn you into a stud in 2 weeks if you just follow my directions. And it's all repeatable stuff. The best thing I can teach you guys is really much your eye, being able to identify stuff that's fixable and non-fixable. Because if you were and that's why I'm obsessed with making videos and doing all this stuff, because if somebody just was like, hey, you know, you buy this Kurt's card care stuff, it takes all the dimples out of Chrome cards. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anything like that. You know, so it's like, I want to stay close to the whole crew out here so I can like guide you guys and not make it intimidating. It was intimidating for me getting good at this craft because I knew I wanted to do it. There was nobody, I had no mentors. And then I'd ask people like what they did for card care and stuff like that at card shows, and people would look at me like, what? You know, what are you talking about? I'm like, how do you fix a corner that's bent? Or how do you do this? And so I know how hard it was to get information. That's why I'm an information freak. And, you know, I was right. I'm not the only person who wants to clean cards. I know how awesome and fun it is, and it's like a good pastime. You could be out doing a bunch of other boneheaded stuff. So if you go to your basement after a busy day, you chill out, you work on your cards, you know, God bless you. Have fun and do it. But I'm going to owe you guys a follow-up. So I think I can get all of this stuff that we worked on tonight done tomorrow. So I'll drop some follow-ups tomorrow, okay, guys? But I know sometimes I can do stuff quick, but a lot of the stuff that I feel like I'm getting the messages from the crew and the community with is stuff that takes a day. I don't get a ton of messages anymore just about cleaning a card, and I like those. But when it comes to, I'm getting kind of, I feel like everybody's kind of leveling up a little bit. Everybody that, you know, my regulars and the watchers and stuff like that are kind of like, hey, all right, let's do some stuff. Now we know how to clean a card. What else? So it's fun, man. Let's go, you know. Good question. I'm going to answer another question, you guys. Any advice on discoloration at the corners after drying, after a soak on vintage? Great question. And I'm going to call you Pete, because it looks like Pete Adams. So Pete, good question. The only thing that I think that could potentially happen there, Pete, is if you, it happened in the drying process somewhere. So like, make sure, Pete, and you can hit me off air if you need. When you use clips around your plates, Make sure you don't use any ones that are bigger or stronger than this, because sometimes you guys, if you might think, oh man, the clips Kurt uses are little. I got a big ass clip in the garage. Don't be using that. Don't use this, because this is like 2 pounds. If you put like a 10-pound clamp on a card, you could be pinching the perimeter of it so hard that you could get discoloration. I'm not saying that's what you did, but make sure you're using the right clips. And make sure that the card is dry all the way before you take it out. Okay, so what I want you to do, if your card is totally dry now and you guys got any discoloration around a vintage card, I want you to spray your pad again. And I want you to spray your pad again, and I want you to hold it just for 1 day. 1 day. Little mist on each pad. Hold it for a day. And then that should get because you got what it's called as a tide line, where it got too wet there. Or like it didn't dry fast enough there. So just remist the pads to give it a hold for a day. You should be able to get that out of there. All right? You know what? I got another question here. Did you ever see an imprints on the back of a vintage card from the chamois? Not enough to where it bothered me. On the front, yes, but that's why I put it behind the card. Now, if you dry a card and you have a little bit of a chamois bumpers on the back, same thing, you guys. Here's what I want you to do. Wait till the card's totally dry. These. Mist. Hold it for a day. It will get all those little bumps out of there. But on the back of and I've been using the chamois a lot on paper cards. I've been cool. I haven't had it. So also, guys, make sure when you got your chamois, feel free to just kind of give them a little bit of love, and because once you can soften these up pretty good too. You're not going to hurt them. Wake them up a little bit, and they'll be real soft. Okay, so just do that. Chamois rocks. Great material. Somebody asked me, how do I keep the humidor consistent? You just keep it consistent. If you always want to, I don't keep mine always humming at 80%. When I want to get it rocking at 80%, here's what I'll do. I keep a bottle of distilled water here, and I spray all the interior of the humidor. All right, I'll spray the interior of it. And then I will fill the little cartridge with distilled water. And then usually that first round will soak into the walls, come back an hour later, hit it again. You can do medium heavy, and it will soak in, and then it'll pretty much hug. It will stay in there, and then it will regulate itself. So Mark asked, can I use a chamois on the front of a modern card? Yeah, Mark, I do the front of the modern card because only on the front of a modern card, Mark, that's like a chrome card, because that'd be the only time you would need a chamois on a modern card, because most modern cards you don't want to soak. So like the Derek Jeter card tonight that we did, I don't ever need to use a chamois on that. I'm just going to use my pads. And if you soak a modern card like a prism card, you want to put the chamois on the front, because if you put it on the back, it's going to leave weird imprints. You want to put it on the front, and it hugs around the sides, and it'll pull the moisture out. So good question. Good question. So Ramon asked me, do I need the card care kit and the card accessory pack to get the creases out? You're going to need pads and plates, so you can pick up the accessory pack, Ramon. That's totally fine. Or if you're going to do a lot of cards and you need a lot of plates and pads, I get all this stuff on Amazon. So I have that link on my website for products we love. So don't buy my little pre-made accessory pack if you need 10 of these or something like that. Go buy them in bulk. But if you guys just need a couple, I have the accessory packs made. I heard you loud and clear, you guys. I know that if you have to go buy every little piece and piece it together, sometimes you get way more than you ever wanted, or you spent way more than you wanted. So I heard you loud and clear. We make them now, so they're on the website. How do we do, man? We knock it out? We did. All right. So I'm going to keep all this stuff available, you guys, online here. I'm going to keep this on. So what I'm saying is I'm going to keep this, I'm going to save it, is what I'm trying to say, so you can rewatch it if you need it. And then I will follow up tomorrow. I'll show you guys some pictures. I feel good about everything we did. I think we're going to have a good one. That Pokemon card's rough. The corners are good, but that one's rough, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see the Jordan sticker. I can't. It's like I'm like a little kid. I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I'll be like, run downstairs. Let's look at Michael Jordan. So, but that's fun. I'm cool like that. I'm safe to tell you guys that. If I was calling like my neighbor and said, I can't wake up tomorrow morning and run downstairs and see my Michael Jordan cards, they'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you? But you guys get it. All right. Take care of yourself. Take care of your cards. And remember, man, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So I'll see you next week, and I'll probably talk to you before that. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.